Solve for interior angles, triangle, level 2. So we've been given a triangle, and in this question they actually want us to solve for the smallest angle. So in this case, we know that this angle is 64. We don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's probably this. The way this looks, it's probably the smallest one. But what we'd have to do to find out if this is the smallest one is we'd first have to solve for x. We got to find out what x is, and then we would substitute the value for x into this angle, and then we could compare. Again, I'm just assuming it's this one right here because it looks to be the smallest, but let's use algebra to support it. Okay, so we got a triangle. We have 64 degrees, we have 2x plus 14, and we have 6x plus 14. Those three angles have to add up to 180. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set up an equation. I'm going to take this angle, which is 2x plus 14. I will add the next angle, which I'm choosing to be the 6x plus 14. And then the third angle, which is 64, and that has to add up to 180 because we know that a triangle's interior angles have to add up to 180. Okay, I'm going to draw my vertical line just to keep myself organized, and then I'm going to distribute. Remember, you can always put the number 1 in front of here, and if I distribute 1 through the parentheses, that's just going to simplify to 2x plus 14. Similarly, distributing 1 through those parentheses is going to leave me with 6x plus 14. And then I'm just going to bring the rest of the equation down. So step 1, distribute. Got it. Number 2, I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to circle anything that has an x term. So those two will go together. And then this 14 and 64, those are called constant terms. Those are going to go together. So 2x and 6x, that's the variable. That gives us 8x. And then 14 and 14 is 28. And 64, that's going to give us 92. And we combine like terms. Step number 3 is now I'm going to begin the process of solving. So to isolate 8x on the left side is I will subtract 92 on both sides of the equation. Draw my horizontal line. And now I'm going to simplify. The positive negative 92 cancel, and I now have 8x is equal to 180 minus 92 is 88. Then to get rid of the coefficient, or the number in front of x, I'll divide by 8 on each side. And then we'll simplify that, and we'll finally get our answer. So 8 divided by 8 is going to give us 1. 1 times x is just x. And then 88 divided by 8 is 11. Now, in most of these problems, I do want to let you know that all you are is solving for x. But in the case where they're asking you to find the measure of an angle, whether it be the smallest, like in this one, like in this one where they're asking you to find the smallest one or largest one, what you actually have to do is you have to take this value, whatever x is equal to, and you have to plug that back into x and then solve it. And what I mean by that very specifically is we want to take this 11 and we're going to plug it in here, and we're going to plug it in here. So this would be 2. Now I've got parentheses. I put it in 11, close the parentheses, and add 14. And then I would go 6 into where the x is. I'm going to put parentheses and put 11, and then plus 14 like that. So according to order of operations, I should multiply before I add. So I would have 22 plus 14. All right, and then 22 and 14, that equals 36. So this angle right here is 36. This is going to be 6 times 11, which is 66, and then add 14. And then 66 and 14 gives us 80. So I have a measure of 64. I have a measure of 80 degrees here for this one, and I have 36 degrees for this one. And 36 is my answer because that obviously is in fact the smallest angle. So 36 degrees goes in. And as a last reminder, I'm going to let you know most of them you're simply solving for x, But in the event that they want you to find the smallest or biggest angle, you have to take the value for x and plug it into the angles in which you don't know the measure. In other words, we have to put it in for these two angles. I know that's 64, but to find out that this is 36 and 80, we'd have to plug in x.